What's up guys, this is Cody here, and today I'm going to be showing you the ultimate Pokemon Go hack. I mean, this thing is absolutely amazing. I mean, these are features that you can only dream of, and it's literally right here. So I want to go into depth of all these features, so this might be a longer video, but there is one caveat to this, and that is right now, it only works on jailbroken devices. Now, having said that, the developer has already said that they are going to allow this to be side-loaded, which basically means you can get all these features and this hack if you're not jailbroken. The only problem is that he's waiting for a stable release for this tweak where he has everything that he wants in the tweak working and stable. So of course, I'll be showing you guys exactly how to sideload this once it's available. And I have a pretty good feeling that it's going to be pretty soon. So if you guys aren't jailbroken, don't worry, that is definitely coming. But until then, make sure you're subscribed if you want to check that video out once it's available. Of course, let's go ahead and get into all these awesome features that we have in this tweak. Now this tweak is called Poke++, and you are going to have to actually add a repo for this. So I'll put that in the description below. So you can see that my screen looks completely normal. It doesn't look like it's hacked at all, but I can tap right up here, and this is actually going to give us two options. So these are two menus that you can see right here. So if we go ahead and tap on the first one, we get a little nice slide out bar, and these are the features that we've seen before. If you haven't seen these before, basically what these do is they allow you to tap to walk. So first right here we have the speed in which we walk. So if we tap on that, you can see that it's at 1 times. If we tap it again, it's at 2 times, which means we go twice as fast. And then again, if we tap it one more time, that's 4 times. So we'll walk 4 times faster. So in order to actually make use of this speed, we actually have to tap on tap to walk. So if we tap on that, you can see that it's selected, and then we can just tap somewhere and it's going to walk to that location. Of course, this is really helpful if you guys don't want to move around. So there is that feature. We've all seen this before. And there's also a feature where you can patrol. So this is obviously going to give you the ability to patrol around, which basically allows you to walk around in a big circle. And what this does is allow you to hatch eggs without doing anything on your device, which is obviously really helpful. So if we go ahead and tap off of this, you can see that we can just hide this bar just by tapping it right here. Now also, if we pull this up, you'll notice that we have a lot more features right here. So obviously the fake location is one that you're going to want enabled at all times, just because that's going to allow you to tap to walk, as well as use a joystick, which I'm going to show you here in just a second. So this is always going to be probably enabled by itself, so you do want that enabled. But next here we have the settings. So if we tap on the settings, this is actually going to give us some options here. So we can show a joystick, which I'll show you what the joystick does right here. And you also have a perfect throw, which you can toggle on and off right here. So as you guys know, you can get a perfect throw when you're trying to catch Pokemon with your Pokeballs. So this actually gives you a perfect throw every time. Now right now, this is working only some of the time. It's not working every time. So that's just something to keep in mind right now. Also, have to give a big shout out to Will Cobb, who is the developer of this tweak. This is absolutely amazing. You can donate to him just by tapping right here, which if you use this on a daily basis, I definitely recommend doing that. But you have these two options right here, so we're just gonna go ahead and tap done. We have these both enabled, and now let's hide this for a moment. So here you can see that we actually have a joystick. So the joystick is going to allow us to walk around without having tap to walk enabled. So the reason that you would actually want this is because when you have tap to walk enabled, you always have to turn tap to walk off if you want to tap anywhere on your screen. So you'll notice, like if I have tap to walk and then I tap right here to open this up, it's actually going to walk over there rather than opening up this menu right here to show me the Pokemon. So of course I would have to tap on this to untoggle it, and then I can tap on this and it's going to open up. So you can actually use your joystick rather than using the tap to walk. This way you can always walk forward, you can walk backward, and then you can tap anywhere you want to, and it's not going to walk there. So basically it just makes things a little bit easier. Now in the conjunction with the joystick, it actually doesn't work in terms of how fast you walk. So that's something to keep in mind, because you can see right here that I have 4 times the speed, but I'm still walking at a 1 time speed. Now another thing that you want to keep in mind is that the tap to walk as well as the joystick uses north, south, east, and west as the direction. So for instance, if we go ahead and move this around, this way is still north. So you can see right there that red is pointing to north. But if we turn on tap to walk, and then if we tap ahead, you'll see that he actually goes north. So if you tap up, that's basically going north. If you tap back, that's actually going south. So you can kind of see how that works. So again, if we move the joystick up, we turn tap to walk off, he's actually going to walk north rather than walking up. And if we hold right, then he's going to walk down, just because basically holding up means north, holding down means south, holding right means east, and holding left means west. So in order to actually get it orientated the correct way, you would just basically want to point this to where north is facing up. So then at this point, when we walk forward, he'll go forward. So hopefully that makes sense. Now let's open up this second menu once again, and we have 2 more buttons as well as another really awesome feature that I want to show you guys. So first of all, we have walk home. So if we tap on walk home, this is going to literally start making us walk home just like that. So, but basically tapping on walk home means instead of teleporting there, which is probably what's going to get you a soft ban, you actually walk directly there. So that's something that's really helpful. And this is something that you want to do every single time before you close your game. Just because if you walk home before you close your game, that means it's walk to where you actually are in the real world. Because if you don't walk home and you close out of your app, then that actually will teleport you back to your location, which again is something you don't want to do, because the developers of Pokemon Go will notice that you're teleporting from location to location and you'll get a soft ban. Usually that's something around 4 hours. So again, just before you close out of your application, you just want to tap on walk home and get your character to walk directly home. Now, right beside that, we also have a map. So if we open up the map here, you can see that we can see Pokemon around here. So for instance, let's go ahead and just walk over here. So you can, wherever the pointer is or wherever the pin is, you can tap right here and the character will walk to it, just like that. Now, one thing you're going to notice here in just a second is that Pokemon are going to pop up on the left-hand side of the screen. So now I'm going to walk around until I get near some Pokemon, and I want to show you another really awesome feature. So you can see I'm right next to a Pokemon. But if I go ahead and open up my map here, you'll see that I can see several Pokemon in my range. So if I actually tap on one of these Pokemon, they'll go directly to that Pokemon, even if they're not popped up. So you can see that I'm standing on the Pokemon and then they pop up. Same thing goes for if I tap on one of these over here on the side, you'll notice that they're going to walk directly towards that Pokemon until you see them. So let's go ahead and tap on this one again and let's capture it, because I don't have whatever one of those are. Now, one thing you want to do is make sure that you disable your menus before you actually go in to try to catch a Pokemon, because if you try to hide your menu after you're in this mode, then it's actually going to take your Pokeball away. And that is basically how all of this works. It's very awesome. Again, you can just tap right up here on this button, and that's actually going to hide everything other than the joystick. So if you want to hide the joystick, you have to do that in settings, and to bring everything back, you just tap right up here. And then if we wanted to tap on settings, you can hide that joystick right there. Another thing to keep in mind for this is if the app crashes, you still have some time to actually get back into the app before it loses your location. So for instance, if we walked way the hell away and then the app crashed, then you can actually open the app back up and you'll load directly back into that location. And again, you can use this map to literally walk anywhere. So you could even walk to Canada. All right, guys, again, if you guys want to see how to get this side loaded, be sure to subscribe, and I will definitely put up a tutorial on how to do that once it's available. What's up, guys? This is Cody here, and I am back with another Pokemon Go video because there is yet again another way to cheat on this game. So I wanted to go ahead and let you guys know about it in case you weren't able to use the other methods that I've posted. If you haven't checked those out, be sure to check them out. I'll put links in the description below. But in this video, you don't have to have a jailbroken phone and you don't have to have a computer. And this cheat is actually going to allow you to walk around as well as teleport and change the speed in which you walk. So basically all the exact same tweaks that you were getting in the other videos, except you don't have to be jailbroken and you don't need a computer. So this is how you're going to do it. So it's really simple and straightforward. I'll walk you through the entire process. You just want to go to tutuapp.com. I'll put a link in the description below so you guys can just tap on it. And then you want to tap on this big green button at the bottom, which is going to install this Tutu app. So you should get a little pop-up here. We'll tap on install. And at this point, it should start installing on your springboard right here. So once that's done installing, you're going to have to trust a developer to open it. Now before you do anything, I went ahead and deleted Pokemon Go off my device. I don't know if that's 100% necessary, but I went ahead and did it. So if you do run into issues, try that option as well. So you'll see right here, if we go ahead and tap on this app, that we're going to have to trust a developer. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Now keep in mind, I do not know who this developer is, so I don't know if it's actually safe or not. So this is something that you want to keep in mind while you're going through this process. If it's worth it to trust this developer or not, you're gonna have to do this for the Pokemon Go app as well. So let's go ahead and trust this developer for the time being. And then we're going to go over here. So now that we trusted that developer, we can go ahead and open up the app. So when we open up the app, this is the home screen, and this is the application that you want to download right here. So there's multiple Pokemon Go apps on this app, but you want to download this one. So if you tap on this, you're going to see that it says Go V1.0.2. Now this is the one that you want to download. There's another one that says Pokemon Go, and that's not the correct one. If you download that one, then you're not going to get the cheats. This is the one you want to get if you want the cheats. So you just want to download by tapping on this big green button down here at the bottom, and then it should start to download and install right there. And it shouldn't take too long, and it'll put it right there on your springboard once it's complete. All right, so it's complete. So now you just tap on install when you get the little pop-up there, and then when you go to your springboard, you can see it's installing. So when we tap on this app, we're actually going to get another developer trust certificate. So if we tap on that, you can see that we're going to have to trust the developer. So we're going to go over into settings and then tap on trust whatever that dude's name is, or whatever this people's name is. So we swipe over here and we go ahead and open this up, and this is actually going to give you all of those cheats. So I'm going to allow it to use my location, and you'll see the cheats right up here in the top left hand corner already before we even log in. So I had to close out of the application and then open it back up, and now it's working. So it just kind of froze there at the beginning when I opened it up. So now we're just going to put in our information and then we'll sign in. All right, so you can see here that if we tap on these up here, you can see right here we have run. So if you tap on it again, it's drive, and then we also have walk. So basically this is the 1 times, 2 times, or 4 times the speed in which you want to travel. So we'll just tap on drive here, and then you have just a faint D-pad basically that's going to allow you to move around. When you tap on it, you can see it a lot better. So we'll just start moving, and you can basically see how that works. Very simple, just like you would on the other tweaks. Now if you tap right here in the middle, this is a teleport button. So if you have coordinates for a specific Pokemon, then you can put it in right here and then teleport to it. Now teleporting is always gonna kind of raise a red flag when you're cheating, so just keep that in mind. If you have coordinates, you can put them in here, or if you don't want to get caught, then I wouldn't use that feature. You also have another button right over here in the far left that is a home button. So if you tap on that, it's actually going to bring you back to where you started. So it says you're going to move 198 meters. Please bear in mind that it may cause your Google account locked, but it could be fixed 4 hours later. So is it worth it? Probably not. I would tap forget it, and then if you needed to go home, which is basically just where we started back over here, then you would just walk there or drive there. Now I didn't find this method by myself. I actually found it through a YouTuber called Tech Tips. So I'll put a link to his video in the description below if you guys want to check it out. But yeah guys, that's how you do it. Again, keep in mind you do have to trust these developers that are not verified, so that is something to keep in the back of your head in case that's something that you're worried about. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure you hit that like button. That lets me know that you guys want to see more Pokemon Go cheats. And of course, you want to stay up to date with everything Pokemon as well as Apple and tech. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.